time to get around him, and by the time he did that, Lehman's defense closed quickly. It's a loss of almost 2 yards.
Football at the left hash. They'll rule it 2nd down and 11 with a loss of 1. Wind dots the I this time. There's some movement. Right tackle. Aaron Green, 78, got a head start at the same time the motion man went legally into motion. This will make it 2nd and 16.
That flag is our first one of the night.
And once again, the winner of this football game comes back next week. They'll be taking on either Cincinnati North College Hill or Columbus Bishop Reedy. Hasn't been but a few weeks ago that North College Hill was 10th in the computer region. And then they advanced to the point where they hosted last week. 2nd and 16. Caldwell back, throws it into the sideline, looks too tall for everybody. The only guy who had a chance, and it was beyond him, was Lehman's 42, Mark Palmer. Incomplete. We look at 3rd down and 16.
Clearly a miscommunication that time by the quarterback and receiver. Very lucky that Lehman did not pick that off. Lehman's thinking if Joel Henson had been over there, he would have picked it off. He's intercepted 7 passes this year.
Touchdowns on those, Mike?
2 of those for TDs.
Right. We would look for a passing situation here, though it is pretty deep. Perhaps Coach Ken Miner will think about that. You've always got to be aware of Deshaun Wynn, number 2, the I-man. He still might get the football. Caldwell fakes it that way, wants to throw it over the middle. He's got his man, oh boy. Vample should have had that one, did not haul it in. He had a couple steps running to the inside, and really that ball was in stride. It was his bobble that put it behind him.
And that could have been a big, big play, because once he caught it, there was a lot of green turf here to run to.
Yeah, he could have been off to the races.
Well, Lehman has a chance, Dave, to get the ball on this side of the 50 if they can handle this punt.
So this is 3 and out, including a 5-yard penalty after the touchback. Lesenic will be the punter. This is a pretty good boot. Hewitt will fair catch it, bobbles it, he's on it. So actually he gains about a yard, even though you don't want to do it that way. With the muff fair catch, Lehman takes the ball in Reading territory, just barely. Dangerous.
That was an excellent kick, though. 35 yards, very high, no chance for any kind of return. And then once the muff occurred, Lehman very lucky to fall on the football.
Cavaliers trailing 3-0. 7:22 till halftime on Channel 12 Sydney. I'm Dave Ross with Mike Lieber and our cameraman Dan Eccles. Special guest engineer tonight, Steve Cruz. Cavaliers take the football right side. That'll be Badgett with good yardage to the 40. He's very close to a first down, but I believe the knee hit about a yard shy of that. Caldwell made the save, excuse me. Indeed, it is 2nd and 1. 2nd and a long one.
It's excellent position for the Cavaliers, maybe to try to sneak one downfield. Let's see if they play with the down or just get the first down.
Sager splits left at the top of your screen. Split backs, Badgett and Hewitt as they have been all year. Nickel is the wing to the right. Dembski wants to throw, brings it underneath, got Hewitt. He gets to the 30, out of bounds about the 26. First down with a lot of room to spare.
Well, again, Lehman had excellent second short, and they went with the pass to the back. Hewitt, who's been Johnny on the spot on receiving the ball for the Cavaliers. He's pulled down 20 receptions, an average of 15 yards, and he got 15 on that one. First down, Lehman.
Nickel splits to the right, Sager to the left. Motion this way with Hewitt. Badgett stays home. Dembski wants to throw. Looks to the end zone. He's right on the money to the 12-yard line. Got Jack Haas coming underneath. He also, in addition to being a tight end, is the Lehman long snapper. That was a very well-thrown football.
Had to be because Haas was well covered, but again, using his body to shield the defender, pulled down the 13-yard pass, and Lehman on the march now inside the 15, threatening to take the lead as they trail 3-0.
In fact, inside the 13 at the right hash mark. Dembski brings him to the line, makes an automatic call to the outside. Badgett's behind him, takes the football straight ahead. Inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Tackled by Carpenter. Gain of close to 4, setting up second down. Again, only 6 minutes till halftime. We will have our statistical wrap up, and again, with our proximity pretty much in the crowd this evening, our remote microphone would pick up a lot of non-music at the halftime, so we will avoid that and then just go to third quarter football. 2nd and 6, Hewitt on the sweep left, cuts it back as he does so well. The 5, the dive, touchdown Lehman. Cavaliers hit the end zone, 5 plays, 50 yards. They have a lead of 6-3 that Justin Seger will attempt to take to 7-3.
9-yard run.
Seger this time, rather than an angle, will be straight onto the goalpost at the south end of Welcome Stadium. Jim Dembski is the holder at the 10-yard line for a 4-point Lehman lead. Haas, who caught the big pass, hikes it, it's down. This one's got a bunch and is good. The Cavaliers 7 and the Blue Devils 3 from Welcome Stadium. Mike Meyer at Meyer's Garage and Drive-Thru Carryout in Newport appreciates his Sidney area customers, therefore is glad to be on this telecast. Meyer's offers complete auto and truck repair and service, including 24-hour towing. They feature Sunoco gasolines, both full and self-serve, and pay at the pump along with diesel fuel. Propane is also available. That's Meyer's Garage and Drive-Thru Carryout in Newport at routes 47 and 66, where the drive-thru always has a pop special that never has a limit. Also with us, the Sidney Shelby County YMCA, Sidney Interstate Shell, Doctors Urbank, Boslett, and Justice of Sidney Family Medicine, Shelby County Collectibles, Mark Knupp Muffler and Tire in Piqua, Tooling Technology of Fort Loramie, Ratterman Custom Home Builders, Shelby Landscaping, and Salmon Electric.
Nice drive by the Cavaliers. Opened up a little bit. Dembski hit 2 big passes, one to Hewitt, one to Haas, and then the touchdown run capping off the drive by Adam Hewitt to give Lehman their first lead tonight, 7-3 here in the second quarter.
Seger's kickoff should be a knuckleballer along the AstroTurf. Vampel and Wynn, their 2 very best, are deep at about the 10-yard line. If it gets to them, it'll be on several bounces. Lehman's first lead is 7-3. 5:40 till intermission. Here's the kick. It is a punch that is picked up by Vampel at the 15, 20. He's up to the 30, and a swarm will bring him down at the 31. Whole bunch of Cavaliers, including 10, Jay Nickel. 46 is Lee Nickel. And 22 is Adam Cisco. Blue Devils go from the 31-yard line. .533 showing on the clock. Replay board, live action, everything here on this elaborate scoreboard at Welcome. They'll try a dive to the left side, and Judy will have none of that. Judy takes care of Deshaun Wynn. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Welcome Stadium named for Perk Welcome, who a long time ago was the athletic director of the Dayton City Schools.
Sometimes you just amaze me. I didn't know that.
Well, you do now. 5 minutes till halftime, 2nd and 9. This is Wynn. Judy will get him by the legs. Barhorst in to assist. At about the 35-yard line, this will set up a possession play on 3rd and 6. You thought the name was because it was a friendly place, obviously.
I wouldn't go that far, but I certainly didn't know the other. Now that's Deshaun Wynn's 13th carry here in the first half, just 31 yards. They're going to have to show some other kind of offense. Lehman will defense this all night.
Mike, that's less than 2.5 yards per tote.
Yeah.
And this is a big play right here. Lehman would love to get another chance to get on the board before halftime. Split back, swing to the right. Caldwell wants to throw. Judy puts pressure on him. Football's caught. Got a completion down the right sideline is Hammonds. He'll go all the way. They almost did that earlier, but this time they hit it big from 65 yards. There is some speed on this football team. One time a drop pass, but not this time around. 65-yard touchdown pass. Caldwell to Hammonds. The speed did it all.
Well, Lehman missed the tackle, which would have been for about a 15-yard gain, and once the tackle was missed, it was all over.
Connor for the point after touchdown that would put Reading up by 3. Ball's down, the kick is up. It's good. That makes it 10-7, 4:02 left in the first half. Are you considering building a new home, perhaps an addition or renovation? Consult the custom craftsmen at Ratterman Custom Home Builders, State Route 47 east of Sydney. They take a personal interest in each and every project and now also offer the very popular solid surface countertops. Call Frank or Amy for a fresh perspective on your next building requirement from Ratterman Custom Home Builders. Also on the telecast, FD Lawrence Electric, Minster Bank, Medicine Shop Pharmacy, Geyers Chrysler in Fort Loramie, AAA Shelby County, including Travel to Paradise, Goffney Furniture, Bunny's Pharmacy, First National Bank of New Bremen, Sydney, Botkins, and Wapak, Holiday Inn of Sydney and Holiday Inn Express of Troy and Huber Heights, Ernst Sporting Goods of Sydney, Piqua, Minster, and Versailles, Dave Wilson State Farm Insurance, Freshway Foods, and Super Subbies Subs, Salads, and Chili.
Well, this Cincinnati team was in a bit of a shootout last week with Wheelersburg, and after a very quiet first quarter, all of a sudden the offense has come to life. Lehman scores, take a 7-3 lead, and then the 65-yard strike gives Reading the lead 10-7. Let's see what the Cavalier offense has with 4:02 left in the first half.
And they won last week 39-31 over at Wheelersburg. That'll head for the sideline, but in the meantime, we'll go through the end zone for a touchback. Pass Shackner. So the Cavaliers go from the 20 into the wind with 4:02.
Well, you knew Hewitt wasn't going to touch the football.
Vandalia shutting out Piqua up Troy way this evening, 14-0. Of course, that'll be a final by the time you see this telecast. A lot of folks wonder why Piqua's had Vandalia's number. Vandalia very talented and very big across the front. That game in Troy, so that's as close as you can come to splitting the distance. Here's Badgett, good yardage for the Cavs, out to the 28. He picked up 8 yards, and the stop will be credited to Hammonds, who just had the long gain for the touchdown. This will make it second down, 2 yards to go for Lehman with 3:45.
Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. This has been a rapidly played first half of football, and neither one's had to use a timeout.
Split backs, now a shift, which will yield Hewitt and Badgett behind Dembski. They give it off to Badgett, got the first down, plus about 4 more. He'll get to the 34. Hammonds again on the play. This will make it 1st and 10 with 3:20. Nose of the football almost to the 35-yard line. Our vantage point will be basically down the line of scrimmage. Again, the shift and the strength to the left side for Lehman. That's even the way Nickel goes with the motion. Second man is Hewitt back this way, cuts it up the middle, breaks Caldwell's tackle, gets to midfield, down to the 40, 35, 31-yard line. Great job as he's tackled by Vampel. So the Cavaliers took the strength to the left. Hewitt went to the right, but cut it back to the left.
And he just wouldn't be denied. He had a couple of arm tackles he ran through, and That covered about 34 yards in a hurry for the Cavaliers. And now with 2:47 left, Lehman definitely threatening the ball at the 32-yard line.
Mike, he was a very good runner before this year. This year, he's added a power element to that running. Did a nice job right there. I formation, this is Hewitt with a head of steam. Caldwell will get him at the 28-29-yard line. And we'll go to second down on the pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 all at once. This looks manageable with 2:20. Cavaliers on the short end, 10-7.
Yeah, time not a factor with the 3 timeouts, and now they're inside the 30.
Sager splits out of the huddle to your right. Judy tight on the left. Of course, there still could be a shift. Nickel to the left. Badgett and Hewitt. This is Badgett following Hewitt. He'll get to the 22-yard line. First tackler, Nash, 68. This will make 3rd and 1. The Cavaliers, I'm sure, will go straight ahead to try to pick up that yard and get the fresh set of 4, keeping in mind that the time of the snap will show about 1:30. Nickel in motion. Badgett, first down. Whole bunch of folks got to him, but that's got to be good. He only needed 2 or 3 feet. See what kind of a spot they go with. I wouldn't think they'd have to measure. They'll take a look. And the referee says they will bring in the chains. So one thing that does is stops the clock with 1:22. And Dembski's over to talk to offensive coordinator Bill Zimmerman. Chains will have to come into the near hash mark from the east side of the stadium. The stretch, that's a first down. No, that's a half an inch.
That was a second look, half an inch.
Yeah, he looked twice.
Now they're going to stretch him again.
Yeah, they're going to do it again. Boy, if he gets a different decision here, that's not going to look good.
I don't think the guy in the white hat wants to, but they're going to do it again. He's not looking, though.
Well, they got the same result, apparently. Cavaliers go to 4th down, and this is 4th and very short.
They'll wind the clock here, at least they should.
When the ball's declared ready for play, but the umpire's still over it. He can't declare that ready till the umpire gets off it, but he did. Will Dembski keep? Long count, yes, he will keep. Got a little help from behind, and that should be enough.
Yeah, the not-so-gentle shove came from the backfield for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, he's to the 20, maybe inside. First down, Lehman. There's the signal. So the drive will live for an 8th play. And the Lehman timeout comes with a 3-point deficit with 1:19 remaining in the first half. The football is just to the 20-yard line. North Dixie Drive-Thru is your complete party supply headquarters. From beverages to ice to chips and charcoal and last-minute convenience items like bread and milk. You'll find everything you need from the convenience of your car at North Dixie, just south of I-75 on 25A in Sydney. They're open daily at 10 a.m. with Sunday sales available. Also featuring all the Ohio lottery games, including the twice-weekly lotto. The North Dixie Drive-Thru also carries propane. Trade an empty cylinder for a full one with some consideration required at North Dixie. And remember, get your goodies from Woody at North Dixie. Woody Sturm, that is. Also with us, Myers Garage and Drive-Thru in Newport, People's Federal Savings and Loan Association of Sydney, Anna, and Jackson Center, Emerson Wagner Realty, and Errol Brown and Vance Stewart of Edward Jones and Company in Sydney. 1st and 10 from the 20. Cavaliers on the short end, 10-7. Dembski with split backs will give it to the second one, Hewitt, to take it right. He's to the 15, down to the 14-yard line as he's wrapped up. Tackled by Carpenter. Cavaliers pick up 6. They look at 2nd and 4. Even with no huddle, they will snap with less than a minute. Judy split right. A little different. until they shift, as you might anticipate. That puts Schachner wide right. I formation behind Dembski. Schachner on an end around with Dembski as a lead blocker. He stumbles and will go down a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. It's a dry track here tonight, so he'll actually lose a couple. This will go to third down and about 6 yards to go. And the Cavaliers indeed have expended another timeout with 35 seconds. The First National Bank says go to a game. One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools. Football and basketball games, concerts and plays. You can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement that we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. We're proud of our schools. These thoughts come to you from Dave Boisard and the staff of the Sydney office of the First National Bank on West Russell Road. That's First National in New Bremen, Sydney, Botkins, and Wapakoneta. Hometown community spirit spells hometown community pride.
Well, Dave, Lehman tried to take advantage of maybe an over-pursuing defense, but on this particular play, Schachner had nowhere to go, and even though he stumbled and went down, pretty well defense by the Blue Devils. They had him hemmed in on that far side. Lehman, 3rd down and 6 from the 17-yard line.
35 seconds. Clock starts with the snap. Again, the Lehman shift. Brings Haas in tight on the right. That's the strong side. Hewitt in long motion. Dembski to throw. Got company. Unloads over the middle. It's intercepted. It's picked off. Hammond's got it. So the Cavaliers have missed a field goal and had a deep turnover in this first half en route to a 10-7 deficit. So Lehman started at their own 20, marched the football down to the opposite 17 where they are intercepted. Look for the Blue Devils to kneel on the football and kill the first half.
You can credit that interception to the defensive line. They really crashed in on Dembski, and as he released, the ball was hit and caused the ball to be way short. And the Blue Devils picked it off and will run the clock out and go to halftime with a lead over Lehman.
Looks like they're pretty well in tight. Caldwell takes the snap and takes a knee. And if there's no inclination toward timeout, that will take care of it. Indeed, the Blue Devils headed to the sideline. We're down to 15. Football declared ready for play, but that is only a formality. Both teams will head to the locker room with Reading leading the Lehman Cavaliers at intermission by a score of 10-7. Mike?
Well, Dave, the start of a new season for this Cavaliers.
Back at about the 5-yard line. It's a knuckler picked up by one of the up men. Bringing it forward will be Holly, number 88. Holly will get it to about the 29-yard line, where Lesenic will make the stop. So the Cavaliers go on offense. They were denied on an interception deep in Reading territory to end the first half. They need a response here, trailing 10-7.
And Dave, after Reading initial long kickoff to the Cavaliers, we've just seen squib kicks since then after Hewitt took one back deep into Blue Devil territory.
This will be Badgett trying the left side, cuts it back to the middle. He'll be driven back. Nash on the play. Got about 3, will make it 2nd down 7. Again, the winner goes on to the regional finals next week. A state championship is a 5-game process in the state of Ohio in each one of the 6 divisions. "32 schools start in each region, or each division rather. Hewitt carries, gets to the 37, stopped by York. Cavaliers will look at 3rd down 3 on the pickup of 4. Rapidly played first half. We're about a minute into the 3rd quarter. This is Channel 12 Sydney, where we're hoping for more Lehman action in this same time slot next Saturday morning. Dembski back to throw, got company from the backside, unloads. Football incomplete. Through the hands of Hewitt. would have had enough yardage for the first down, but it falls incomplete. Now on 4th and 3, the punt unit will include the quarterback, Jim Dembski.
That play in the first half got 15 yards. That one just looking to get the 3 to 4 yards they needed for the first down and couldn't handle it about the 41. Lehman will have to punt here after the opening 3 plays of the third quarter.
Football's up at the 37. The snap, nope, there's a penalty. Some movement in the line, apparently. Let's see which direction this goes. If that's on blue, the Cavaliers have a fresh set of 4. There's some discussion and now some emotion by Lehman. Yes, indeed. 4th and 3 becomes 1st and 10. That, Mike, is a big penalty, encroachment.
Well, it's only the second penalty of the game, but as you said, it's a big one. It'll enable Lehman to pick up the first down of the second half, and Lehman in business at their own 42-yard line.
Sager comes to just outside the bottom of your screen. Nickel splits right. I formation. This will go to the I back. That's Hewitt. Carrying to the right side. He'll penetrate the 45 out to the 46-yard line. Maybe the 47. You see 59 Andrew Carpenter on the tackle. This will be 2nd down 5 on the gain of 5. There's Hewitt and Badgett in the I formation. And Sager inside of them to the bottom. This will be a counter back this way with Nickel. Nickel near the public school logo at midfield, which means he is into enemy territory, but still a couple of yards short of a first down. So the Cavs will look at 3rd down and a long yard. Football at the 49-yard line.
Now that play to keep the defense honest a little bit, give Nickel a chance in the counter, and now it sets up 3rd and short for Lehman.
Look for Badgett or Hewitt, something inside. This will be Badgett for a loss. He only got to midfield, which right there would represent a loss of about a yard. And I think that's what the spot will reveal. They got a bunch of people through there to key on Badgett. He actually is given just a little bit the other side of midfield, but now it's 4th and the better part of 2 yards to go for the first.
Well, excellent defense that time. We haven't seen Badgett stopped short of the line of scrimmage many times this year.
Sure haven't. Dembski again will be the punter. We'll see if anybody encroaches this time. Haas is the long snapper. Sends it back to Dembski. Here's the boot. This is a good one. Back to about the 6-yard line. A fair catch at the 4. That's a wonderful place for Lehman to have Redding start with the football. Boy, he needed somebody to be telling him where he was if he wasn't aware, but that was Charles Vampel on a fair catch. With the bobble, the football will be started at the 3-yard line. That's about as good as it gets on a punt.
Now, usually a kick returner is told to plant himself at the 10, and if it goes over your head or you take a step back, let it go.
Particularly with the wind in this case, Mike.
Right.
If it's over your head and on AstroTurf, that ball's going to bound halfway toward the track in all likelihood.
46-yarder, and now deep inside their own territory, the Blue Devils' first possession of the second half, leading 10-7.
8:45 to go in the period. As Mike indicated, 12 people went in the huddle. That didn't go to work. We saw Michigan play with 12 this last weekend en route to a loss at Michigan State. This time they wanted to get the guy off, but it'll still be illegal participation and halfway to the end zone. Take it back to about 1.5 yards. This will make it 1st down and 11 plus. Now they'll switch some more, folks. Again, we look for Deshaun Wynn, number 2.
So much of their offense starts with either a pitch or a deep handoff, and that's done. It'll be in the end zone.
Right. Not a good place for that. Caldwell, the quarterback. Long count, trying to draw Lehman off. He'll give it to Wynn. Could it be? That's awfully close to a safety. They'll take a look, awfully close to a safety. Check